Sexy disco. Here! Ooh, I'm leaving it unresolved. Good evening. This is not in the place that I need it. I'm sorry. Welcome to another Jamming in Jimjams with Jason, Jackson, and Tom tonight. Oh, good Lord. What am I doing? How is the volume of everything? I can hear buzzing. I can hear lots of buzzing. I've put a gate on the thing, didn't I? Oh, for goodness sake. Talk amongst yourself for a minute while I just sort my business out. Business! Business! Where are you? Ah, there you are. Okay, that's that one sorted out. How's the volume? Oh, it's quite low, isn't it? So I'm going to whack that right up there. Now then, good evening and welcome to another fine episode of Jamming in Jimjams with Jason, Jackson, and Tom. You may notice in the back here, if you've joined us for the first time, then you won't notice any difference. If you're a seasoned viewer, a lurking gherkin, or someone who has occasionally had chance to glance at the visuals of this dear fine place, there's a cat podium. Yes, a cat podium. Yes, and there will be awards and later. But anyway, let's say hello to everyone in the chat. Who have we got? I'm going to go backwards. Woo! Hello, Andy there, Steve and Flash, of course. Sam Jones are both in the chat. And if you need to get my attention for something, questions, big Q's at the beginning, QQ, and they will. If I'm not seeing the chat, then they will sort of reach me in another way. I think there's a lot of telepathy going on here tonight, so that's fine. Cornish, how you doing? The electronic composer, what's up? Kosh Kai, how you doing? Davey, how are you, my lovely? Richard is here, as is Marky. Uncle Jerry's World, welcome, sir. Temperaboto. Quando? Tracker Jack, Tom, Prometheus, how you doing? Craig, welcome. And have I gone around biscuit? Have I got some biscuits for you tonight? I think that's everybody that I've seen. If I've not said hello to Paul Holmes, there you are. Marky, I've seen you too. Homegrown, hello. And I'm going to say hello to my dad, who watches this afterwards. Hi, Dad. Hope you enjoyed a bit of guitar there. I hope all of you enjoyed a bit of guitar. You may or may not have realised that I haven't done a hardware jam, I think since September. Was it that long ago? I think I did two kind of fairly close together, and then I just haven't had time. So I thought with it being a disco theme this week, and having this badge, and inventing a genre of disco myself, Disco Lynch, I thought it was apt that I did try and do that this weekend. And of course, as can happen, still tidying up from Christmas. Still put decorations away and all sorts of stuff. Although I do have still some baubles, some silver balls. That reminds me of Tommy. Tommy, can you hear me? Anyway, yeah, he's a pinball wizard for sure. Les Dawson Melodies. Hello. Anna, how you doing? Thank you, Anna. Have you not seen my smoking jacket? You're more of a Tuesday gal, aren't you? So it's my smoking jacket and cravat combo. Although I think somehow it's not quite as organised as it should be. Synth Samurai is in the chat, or as some people say, Samurai. Sam, your eye. I don't know what that is, but it's samurai, right? Anyway, Doomonger, how you doing? So, what was I saying? Yes, so I thought I would try and either set up to do the hardware jam during this, which is why you had a really short sort of intro jam. I did a take before going live, and then realised my guitar was actually, I was so on track for 10 o'clock start tonight that I thought I'd absolutely crack it, but I didn't. So we'll have an elongated outro jam, which won't be disco themed. I don't think so. I don't think it'll be disco themed, but I may very well use the guitar again. I think I did some better stuff with the guitar in the previous take. I'll review that later. Oh, I'm still recording. Stop that immediately. Disco, sexy disco, Italiano disco. So, you know, that's what you got to do there. Mike's good. Those silver linings. No clipping. Something's clipping. Audio's not great. What? So, talk to me. My team are saying that the audio is... yes, it might be the synthesizer. It's kind of still... I've got to... We kind of follow this thing around, don't we? There's no... Hello? Bit wonky. Hello, don't be wonky. It's because I was faddling with the microphone. The top down, because there's an inherent... I think it's to do with the power supply. There's like a coil whine sound on the audio of this. So I've put a DI box and I've put the ground lift on it, which has improved it, but it's still there. The synths were clipping. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it might be just the drums, the QD drums, just sounded really distorted, and I tried to fiddle that out around with it, so maybe that's it. Okay, well, we'll carry on as regardless. Carry on regardless. Talking about carry-ons.
Oh, I do feel queer.
If none of you've ever seen any carry-on films, and some of you might not have had the occasion to do that, I might put a link into some this irreverent 60s and 70s British humour. You'll probably know Benny Hill. It's kind of that ilk. It was always a bit risque, shall we say, and it was always a little bit on the edge. But, matron. Oh, I do say. All a bit, like that, really. A lot of fun. Very silly. And there we go. So that's that. Matron Kent Spong indeed. Oh, matron. I think I've got that on here.
Ding dong, carry on.
Quite loud, isn't it? That's not that one.
Matron, take them away.
There we go.
Matron, take them away.
Kenneth Williams. Oh, and he voiced a cartoon called Will of the Wisps. Will of the Wisp, which was a kind of really interesting surreal cartoon, which had a character called Moog in it. Not Moog, Moog, although they were spelt the same. Make of that what you will. For Carry On, try this playlist. Oh, Steve has got a playlist. I like Carry On Screaming, which was their take on the Frankenstein story. So that's a kind of one. Featuring the Morgue. Oh, Evil Edna. Yes, some classic telly. It's classic telly. They don't make telly like that anymore. Although there was a programme I watched with, I suppose, oh, crikey, I don't even know what it's called. But it was kind of funky. It was American. And then they dubbed it with English, and it was rubbish. Take the American one. Quite funky with some weird characters. Again, the more surreal and more psychedelic kids' programs are, the better. Full stop. I'm glad we got that sorted out. Carry On movies never been shown in continental TV. Too British, probably. Yeah, and a lot of it is, it's that kind of innuendo. Oh, I say. Which I guess the sort of like Airplane movies did in a different way. They kind of had that sort of I don't know, sort of particular sense of humour about them, which, during the 80s fell quite far out of fashion, and I suppose into the 90s. It was just considered a little bit too offensive. But there we go. That's that one. That's comedy. Comedy, we love comedy. Anyway, what are we doing now? So we've had, what are you drinking? I'm drinking tonight. Cressy, are you in the chat? Cressy's been everywhere all over the weekend. If you're not if you're lurking, fine. I've got your drink here. Let's put it onto one. I'm going to do that. Oh, hello. There was me twice. I was in, what's the film? The Christopher Nolan film. Interstellar? No, not Interstellar. Inception. I intercepted myself, which, is a different thing. So I've got green tea and lemon. Kraken cherry rum. Are you drinking that neat, Steve? Highland Spring biscuit, nice. San Miguel Cornish, good. So there's a variety of soft and hard. Inception, yeah. Dow Suffy music, yes. Electric Manuel. Are you drinking Manuel, or are you just shouting Manuel as in Fawlty Towers? Because that's another classic British humour. Mocking the sort of British archetype of boss who is completely chaotic and so, I don't know how many other comedy series you can watch where it hurts when you laugh, because you do. You watch that and it's painful because and I don't know if it translates across the world, but certainly when you see any humour that reflects back at you yourself or your experience, that's good comedy, right? And you can find it funny because it's so painful. Anyway, we've all seen The Office, both American and British. I like the American Office, actually, I do. But that kind of thing where you've got this awful boss who, who's just, laughable. Alan Partridge, classic example of comedy that makes you cringe, but is good. I always drink my spirits neat. Good man, Steve. Yeah, absolutely. I used to too. I used to maybe go with a little bit of water with whiskey, or ice if I was doing ice and a chunk of lime in my rum. So Legacy of Hand, up. Legacy of Hand. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? Marilyn, 2 cats in the room, just saying. Hold on. We'll get them up here. Although, if I might be able to tease Tom. Tom is addicted to these. These are catnip treats. What have we got? Brew Dog Hoppy Christmas. Oh, that sounds good. Raspberry cordial tea, green tea with a big tube of ice and a dash of plantation rum. That sounds like a very complicated drink would go. Okay. Orangeade. Oh, Les Dawson melodies. That's good. Come on. Come on. He's coming. He's coming. Oh, here it goes. This is going to be quite interesting. I've got a new lamp. Went to IKEA this week twice. Oh, you know that thing where you see something and shall I get that? No. And it's in Bargain Corner. There's only 2 of them. I've got to go. And then you go, I should have got that. So you go back 2 days later and it's gone. Yeah, I did that. It was a nice rug as well. Come on, Tom. Oh, he'll get up there in a minute. You'll see him because he can smell that better than we can. Hey, Keith in Watford. You tried Brute? Oh, yes, yes. Okay, so we're kind of there. So, hey, Dr. Synth Manny, sipping a Modelo here. Nice. Right. So that is a good selection of beverages. Some adult, some not. Lily heard you rattling the box. Sorry, can't actually do it again. There's nothing that quite does it for all creatures. Come on then. Tom, what's the matter? Don't be confused. Don't be confused. Oh, Jackson's figuring it out as well. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Right. Actually, if you could do it more photogenically and like that way, then people could actually see you. Tom is in the house. How about that? It's just like he hasn't been fed. I'm just gonna have this. Jackson? What are you doing? Oh, straight in there with him. Oh, I know, hello. That's your spot. There you go, right. That's a little bit of early cat action there. What's the home situation? Hey, Cressy! How you doing? Yeah, there's a lot that's happened this week, isn't there? How are the fires? So, Manny, are you LA based? How's it going over there? Really, really shocking stuff going on. So, yeah, thoughts and prayers to all those. It's relentless, isn't it? It just doesn't care. It doesn't care. Yeah, Tom's podium. There you go. If Jackson's going to sort of steal the show and sit on my modular, I think basically we better give Tom a place. I don't know if I can actually keep that in there. Oh, he's given up. Jackson, you coming up as well? No? Oh, I love that cats are just as, nimble, and they'll not knock things over, whereas a dog will just run over, and that lamp would have gone if that was a dog. And you know what I'm talking about? They just do, don't they? Hey, I X Orb. How you doing? Yeah, we've all been. It's been a very busy night for streams, isn't it? Everyone's had like their streams. Hey, Tom's coming. Don't say anything. Everyone's had their kind of like stream on. So good to see Jamie back. Enjoyed his stream. Manny, good to see yours too. And I dipped in and out of Robin's as well. So it's kind of quite busy. And then I had to stop myself because I had to sort out my wah pedal was not wiring very well because it's just a pot that you have to adjust manually. And it just didn't seem like it had the right range. I still don't think it's set properly. I didn't quite get the which I needed. That is exactly how it goes. So, Tom, you're just going to sit there now, are you? You're going to sit there? You're going to be on in camera 3, really? Look. Hey, Lamont, how you doing? Lamar, coming in together like you're twins or something. Oh, amazing. Hey, Prom. Yeah. So, that was. I've almost finished that, but we have got drinks. So let's let's look at the theme of tonight, which is, can you do disco with Modular? And quite honestly, I think you can. I think I answered this. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because I think Modular gets a bad rep as being, particularly techno or weird noises, and which it does beautifully, because you can you can go completely wild with it. And I think not disco, Italio disco. What does that mean? Italio disco, Italo disco, Italo disco. I don't know. Oh, so have I got it wrong? Well, this is about disco. Have I got the Hardware Jam brief wrong then? Do I have to go back and reread and maybe come up with something else? Would you want to do disco with Modular? 2 words: Donna, summer, and that's not 2 words. That's 4 words. That's 5 words. Giorgio Moroder. Did he not use a flipping Moog Modular to do all of that stuff with Donna Summer? I think he did. So yes, you would, but I think probably Italo disco is even cheesier than others. Right? That's what I thought. That's why I did the little sexy disco thing. Look up some old episodes of Discoring from right. Oh my goodness. Okay, Italia disco is more like early mid 80s synth bangers, and they hire a great singer of the studio and then an Italian model for TV. I love that idea. Just completely fabricated then. Okay, well that's great. I'll definitely. I think I need to overdub whatever I do anyway. So I might just do a little, just do a kind of multi-track version of it. Tom, are you happy with that? Do you want me to put some on the table here? Uh-oh, he's got the face. You just want to bury your head in that, don't you? What about Jackson's being really... I don't think he's... Oh no, his eyes are quite wide. I think it's literally cat business, isn't it? Cat grass. Anyway, so I still haven't had enough time. Oh, what am I wonky again? Should we zoom in a little bit? Let's just zoom in a little bit. No, it's not going to do it. And move that out of the way. Let's replace that with Robbie 2.0. Say hello to Robbie 2.0. I might just move this a little bit. Oh, Tom, this is capable of 8 tracks. This is only capable of 4 tracks. But because I know this better, although I don't know it as well as I wanted to know it, I thought, yeah, I'm sure I've linked the 4 tracks together so that you press one button and it moves all of them. That might be... do you know? It's one of those things that you kind of leave to the last minute and you go, oh, it's not that easy. I ain't doing no disco. Andy Synchrotron, you should do disco. I'd love to hear you do drone disco. Imagine that. I mean, it's kind of quirky disco, which is totally up my street. The white bit. Biscuit? What white bit? What? I'm confused now. What do you mean? Oh, top messages, for goodness sake. Why is it, right? I never, ever, 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 ever want top messages. I always want drone disco, yeah. Giorgio Moroder was Italo disco, yes. Good. That's what I thought. I did the whole ding, ding, ding. That sort of, the white bit is the master of the Keystep Pro. It's all white. I'm confused. Not the coloured bits. Not these bits. The channels. So this bit you're talking about here. Hang on. Can you see that bit? Yeah, like the one that's got my horrible light. Oh, it's just, everything is just complicated, isn't it? You try and do something. It's like, oh, there's a big shining, big light. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to have to read the manual on that one and come back to it. But actually, I shouldn't be using it. I should be using the Performer. Anyway, that's for another day. So I thought I'd whilst I've still got the Vector Wave, and I visited Gaz on Friday, and he loaned it to me, so that's got to go back. So I'm going to have to fill that gap with a module and I do want another voice. But I thought, well, I've still got it. I thought I'd do some strings, and of course, the only strings I've got is the Gary Newman sounding strings. It's like doesn't exactly sound very Italo disco, but I thought that was kind of something there. YouTube want to economize on data use, so they force everyone onto top data. Oh, I see. So they can hack posts off. That's why it's a default. That's rubbish. I can have 11. Hey, Billy Bud, how you doing? Good to see you. Guten Abend from Germany. Jazzfag, Beer und Disco. Let's see how that turns out. You're sounding like Giorgio Moroder already. I'm sure that was his cocktail of choice. And a fine lady to sing his tunes. Love to love you, baby. As it was, I just slipped into Alan Partridge then, didn't I? Sorry. It's always going to happen. Always going to happen. So, yeah, 16 on the hat. Let's just mute it down. So, QD back in action because I was going to use Tom. Are you all right? He looks very, very sort of, he's lurking. Look, he's pacing up and down looking for more. I was going to use the rhythm, but then I thought actually if you keep it all in the box, it was kind of the point of this stream really is, can you make something that actually sounds like a tune with modular, and fairly straight down the line and not too wacky. And I did play this last night and I was a lot more wacky with it, but for some reason I came and turned it on this afternoon and it was gone, even after I'd saved it. And I definitely saved it, so I don't know what happened there. Non-volatile memory. Was it volatile? Who knows? And the more risque messages that might have rude words. The real reason. Text is negligible compared to the video content. Yeah. Spam bots. Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, so drums-wise, I went for the straight... Oh, hello. Oh, it's because I've muted it. Okay. So, bit of noise back in the action. Sorry, guys. Oh, that is a buzz, isn't it? It's not even my guitar, it's this. Which channel is... I think I've got a loose connection there, which might be... I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, you could say that's cats. Right then, what's the buzz? Did I definitely... Let me just turn that off for a minute. I'm going to nip under the table and make sure that it does actually have the thingy off. Because that sounds awfully buzzy. Oh, crackly. Sorry. Oh, that's worse, isn't it? Well, that's better. That's just... Oh, yeah, the lift really sorts that out, but... I think it's just... It sounds like a loose connection, doesn't it? Oh, does that... Okay, we're going to go for mono, are we? Is that coming out of both speakers? Right. Can't hear the buzz. What'd I do? Sam! Flash! Ah, saves every one of us. Okay. Okay, right, so I just went for a straight sort of 16 on the hat, so can you hear that all right? Which does sound a bit... I didn't go for a real pair of hi-hats, which this has. I went for something a little bit more pew, pew, disco. I think I got a dodgy cable. I think that's what it is, honestly. Right, so... So now you see it starts to sound like a modular, right? Right, so that's the kind of like the basis of it, right? And I do this accidentally. Oh, hello. You can't see what I'm doing. I've got the wrong view on or something. So... There you go. The top down's a bit ugly, isn't it? That's not a handsome looking. There you go. Disco lynch. Okay. I think it kind of needs to be a bit more that way, doesn't it? So you can see what's going on with the nostalgia. Froggy. Okay, Froggy next to Robbie. Robbie the Froggy. No, it's Robbie the Plant. Robbie 2.0. God, I put another rug in here as well to try and make things a little bit smoother, but it's not. It's definitely not. I need one of those. I've got one of those somewhere. Plastic pads where you just glide around. Anyway, and then for the second pattern, I went a bit mad. I mean, that's not really disco, is it? In my ears, it sounds a little bit distorting, a little clippy, but I don't think it is. Why is it mono, though? That's a worry to me. It's not mono, rather. Why is it not mono? Too many windows. Oh, no, it all looks good. All looks good. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's definitely stereo, but it shouldn't be. I'm really confused now. Anyway, right, let's crack on. So, then I tried to get the Hysteria and the Eudaimonia, which is the Dreadbox modules, to do a bass line last night, but they were so unruly. Honestly, it was like literally trying to calm down. Dirty, it was filthy, it was all over the place. It just wasn't tight enough. And seeing as it's disco, we need it tighter than a tight thing. So where's the... Oh, here it is. Ready? With the drums. Probably that I can hear clipping now. Can't see the top row. You don't need to see the top row. There's nothing in there. Send me your 1U modules. Oh, I see. You can't see the top row. Is that better? It is. I don't use the nostalgia really, so you can see everything you need to see. Okay, hope that's better, Biscuit. So have we got the clipping back? Yeah. Clipping confirmed. I don't know what it is, so let's just try and... There it is. Is that loud enough though? Sounds awfully quiet. Yeah. Now, there's a delay trick that Giorgio Moroder used with the love. So we could. I mean, I think that would work really beautifully, actually. Oh, it is going through. Oh, maybe that's why it's still filthy then. Let's do it this way. Oh, all right. Let's go for it. Time. Is it this one? There it is. Bring the bass in, drums in. I think I'm going to record the Italo Disco after this. I think I was getting some better ideas. I'll get rid of that nasty just noise. And that hi-hat, I like it. See, what I might be tempted to do, I've got all my cables caught up, is to go with an LFO. Oh. Okay. Let's go back to mute. Trigger. That is not doing anything. No. not doing anything, is it? It's rubbish. Why is that not doing anything? You'd think, wouldn't you? CV, control voltage. I'm sending a voltage to it. Come on, do something. Yeah, it's probably the Jervis. I don't think it's this. I think it's this. So, Richard, if you've fallen asleep again and you're watching this tomorrow, it's not flow. It's going to be this. Because watch, I think. No, maybe it's just. Oh, it's in trough. Definitely had it. We can. Yeah, listen. Isn't that cool? See, that's why modular, right? You wouldn't control voltage, the rate of your delay, really. Yeah, I think that's right. Just needs a bit of piano. Ding, ding, ding. Might skip the piano in favour of guitar, but anyway, that's it, isn't it? That's it. We've got it. We're running this. Midnight Express. Oh, what a film! Oh my god! Wow, brutal. The bit with the guard with the coat hook. But you know, is that Vangelis and Giorgio Moroder working together on that? Or am I making that up? So, anyway. It's the bass drum, isn't it? No, Neil Wharton. It was mentioned earlier today in someone's stream, Man with Beard. Was it last night on Symptoms of Reality? Where is Man with Beard? It's been Christmas, right? Hey, Man with Beard, if you're lurking, hope you're well. Thinking of you. Okay, so that's the basis of it, right? And then you'd need a sort of, disco had all these wonderful sort of orchestral flourishes. I don't have an orchestra, and I don't have a Selena string machine, which could also have featured. So, what do we bring in there? Giorgio Moroder. I somehow think Vangelis was involved, but then that's maybe. Where is it? It's Gary Newman. It's Gary Newman's. I stole Gary Newman's synth sound from Cars, isn't it? And it's an FM synth, well, vector wave. Digital. That sounds good, doesn't it? Disco. Sexy disco. Could almost be higher, perhaps. Hey Wabbit, how you doing? Eating dinner and lurking. You carry on lurking. Hope you're munching something good, not just carrots. It's great. It's every time I bring the kick in, it just. No, it's all the drums, isn't it? It just sounds a little bit brutal. Hey Jim. Hey Uncle Jerry, does work in any mix. Right, let's put the bass drum back in. So that was kind of the basis of the whole thing. And then I thought, well, I've got a Hysteria, and I thought it'd be nice to use it sort of live. Oh goodness, I've unplugged it, haven't I? Let's put it back in to the delay, because we do want a little bit of delay. Oh, hello. Don't spill my drink. Did you spill my paint? Why is it not tracking? So, using the fabulous Feg from Rides in the Storm, who I'm disappointed isn't at Synth East. Another plug for Synth East. I met him at Synth East last year. What a great guy. Love his modules. Okay, I'm just being directed to do this to save everyone's... It's not distorto disco, is it? Distorted disco. Okay, so I'm going to drop the volume of that coming out. We're doing a live gain staging. You ready for this, guys? Better, isn't it? So that definitely needed some vibrato. So I did actually use this. Or was it? It was. No, that was it this? It's getting a bit out of tune. The tape was warped on that day. Sorry, just... And what I did in my original jam was I actually managed to play the guitar. I don't know if I did it in this. Did I do it? I just, you know, you do one thing after another. Which take did I do that in? And I was playing the guitar with my left hand and playing the keyboard with my right. I love doing that kind of stuff where you've got a couple of things mirroring each other, which you can do easily. I did see a band in Milwaukee back in 2010. It was the Santana tour. We were in a bar, and there was a little bar band, tiny bar. And this bass player, oh my God, we were stupidly blown away. Was playing bass with his left hand, so he must have really low action, and keyboard with his right. It was like something unbelievable. Needs extra lift on drums next against the vibrato. Yeah, the vibrato synth was just silly loud, wasn't it? That's Anyway, so that's the Hysterious. I mean, I've not really used it for lead, but I think it definitely has that sort of disco-y kind of. And if anybody notices or has noticed, this is all at 432. Like I said, I like it. I like. Forget what you think you know about the frequency of music and all that, and 440v 432 being, you know, spiritual or whatever. I just love the vibe of 432. I just think, certainly with guitar, it just feels better. It feels more in tune. Oh, crikey. So, 45 minutes in. I've talked through the rig. What's it time for? It's time for Biscuits Biscuits. So, it's not been that long since Christmas, so I'm going to do a little, top-down action there. Sorry, I've just done that, haven't I? So I'm still eating what's left over. So I've got some Christmas silver balls, which... Now I feel like a toddler. That's not to be eaten. Liebkuchen, you know, the little chocolate sort of gingerbread. My own homemade gingerbread, which I'm still eating. Got loads of that left. Talking about Italian disco. You got panettone. I like a bit of panettone. And half a tiny Christmas cake. Look at that, half a tiny Christmas cake. If you've ever seen such a small cake, it's not that good. I had half of it earlier because it is just a mouthful, isn't it? But yeah. And Jolin. Oh. So, some European treats. German, Italian, British. It's like a disco feast. Fluid check. Thanks, Sam. Remember, if you're glamming yourself, don't glam yourself up. Remember to wash down all of your cake with a nice cup of tea. Tea, very good for you. And I'm drinking Cressy's homemade green tea with lemon. Marvellous. Gary, how you doing? Welcome. Thomas Yon, isn't it bedtime? It's time for jamming in Jimjams. And you've joined us just as we're going to wind down and wind out. Yeah, Christolan, yes, indeed. Billy, I just love all my German stuff, I do. Anyway, good night, Jim. You're going to bed. You're going to have to nip in tomorrow to see what I actually did at the end of the jam. Because I've got the guitar, which obviously we did. Jackson! We didn't see Jackson, did we? Do we want to quick see Jackson? Do we want Jackson 5? I mean, you know, he's here every Tuesday, isn't he? Let's be honest. He kind of steals the show on a Tuesday. I think Sunday's Tom's slot, isn't it? Nice. He's become a little door stop. Jackson, come on. That's his usual call. He comes. Come on, then. He's coming. Come on. Come on, you big fat white fluff ball. There he is. And just to show that he is a big boy. Oh, he's like a little boy, baby lamb. Look at that face. Look at that face. Get off me. Get off me, Dad. Just put me down. God's sake, not on the... Oh, a bit of... Is that all you're going to do? Come on, come back for more. Oh, he fell. You need some vibrato on that. Oh, I turned it. Yeah? Oh God, he's on the modular. Did he quote Indiana Jones then? Literally, you did. I watched that today and yesterday and the day before. I couldn't watch it in one go. It was awful. Anybody else feel the same? Hey, Jervis. Wow, wow. So, yeah, what's everyone's take on... He will need an equity card writer. So anybody else think that the last Indiana Jones film was particularly bad? I didn't like the amount of CGI in it. And it was too... Jackson just said it was just that. Oh, who's Thomas's? No, actually, Gary, you're probably right. I have bad. That's the one with the kid in it, isn't it? That's the one with the kid in the last one. Yeah, it was. That was pretty bad. I think to remember. Right, Jackson, get off the table. I might just do some ambient guitar to finish. He just doesn't care, does he? Cat's arse. Oh, not my fruit. It's like, no, we've done it. It's like I've got the cat. He's up there. He's fine. Look up art with a great big political trowel attached to it that was slapping you across the floor. I sing. What are you saying? Anyway, so you sod. With the Baby Jackson funds coming on, I think we've got two. We've almost got. Got you. Right. Can we can we just do some music now? These people have turned up for you as well. But, I mean, Jesus, yeah, sit there. Watch Robbie 2. Robbie 2.0. Robbie 2.0. He's looking good, isn't he? Robbie 2.0 is flourishing in here. I think Robbie 1 is recovering. He's in recovery. I think he's on the program. And it's been how many weeks now since he's been in a oh, don't come this way. I'm not talking to you. Guys, tail in my face. His bottom is really close to my chin. I don't want it. I don't want that. Give us a jam. Cats on synthesizers in your space. That's right, Billy Buddy. Absolutely. Right. Come on then. Come on, nice Chianti. The evil eye. It's my little dragon. My angry Chinese lion. Yeah. Get off the table then. Right. Sit there. Sit there. Just sit there. Let's get something going. Right. Thank you very much for your company this evening. You have been great as always. Thank you very much. I hope you've had a good weekend, and I hope you have a good start to your week, whatever time that is. I mean, if you're in America, you at least 5 to 7 hours behind. So you've got a whole bunch of time. That's just fur everywhere to get through until you get to your bedtime. But thank you very much for your company again as always, and remember to be good to yourselves and each other, and we'll see you in the next one. I can't remember what I'd planned for World of Synths this week, but it'll be something. It might be this. Might be. Do you want to say something? What was that, Jackson? What did you want to say? What did you want to say? Oh, that was a quick one while he's away. Absolutely right. Let's get rid of the cat. Oh, boink. I was liking the arpeggio that you had then, but I'm going to turn the tempo right down, and we're going to jam out with something at 67 BPM. It's all a bit. Sounds a bit. What is that? What is hanging on? Whew. Right. Okay. Let's do something nice. Can we do something nice once in a while? Why is... Let's try that. Okay, how does that sound volume-wise? Thanks, guys. That sounds quite nice. We can do this. Sounds like a promotional video for Eddington's Concrete. Whenever you need sticking things together, remember Eddington is there for you. Let's try that one. What would Inky say? I'm trying to pastiche Andy now. I've got an elbow. It's just the battery's in me wah. Here's the Beatstep Pro cheat sheet. Wagyu, you win the prize. I think that's it. That's all I can do now. Right, guys, I think I'm going to wind down now. Thanks very much again. Until the next time.
Take them away.
Stay funky.